What would Darkspawn have to do with our people? The stories say our Lathan fell long before the Darkspawn appeared. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Let's hope we don't find any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
You do look quite pale now that Meryl's mentioned it.
Well, I'll keep an eye on you. You've only just recovered from your illness. But let's not think of that now. We should move on.
Time for more Darkspawn, I see.
What were those things? Were those Darkspawn? I've never seen... Where did they come from? Were they here before? Let's move on. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
You do look quite pale now that Meryl's mentioned it.
Nothing.
Delighted.
I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here? The Grey Warden said he was returning to the cave. If so, he's not here now. And we've seen no sign of... Wait. Do you hear that? Exactly. The forest is too... still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural. And now it's affecting the forest? Maybe that mirror...
That's an understatement.
The sooner we find this cave and Tamlin, the sooner we can leave. Take us there quickly.
And so I shall.
So these are the ruins. Interesting. They're definitely of human origin, yet elven artifacts are scattered amongst them. Nothing explains the monsters, though. But we must find Tamlin, or what's left of him. I can't imagine he's still alive with those creatures about. Maybe. Let's just hope he...
All right.
Die, damn you!
This is great!
See there? That's a trap. I would watch out were I you. See there? That's a trap. Of course. The light.
So you were the one fighting Darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered.
Even if you didn't owe this human your life, a Grey Warden deserves respect.
He owes me nothing. It was my duty to return an injured Dalish to your clan. Your people have always been allies with the Grey Wardens. You're quite welcome. Perhaps you'll do the same for me sometime. My name is Duncan, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
And Darren Atishan, Duncan of the Grey Wardens. I am Meryl, the Keeper's apprentice.
And I am Fenarel. Did you come here alone, human? Battling all those creatures?
Yes, though I must admit you took a great deal of pressure off me. Your keeper did not send you after me, did she? I told her I would be in no danger. So, you and your friend Tamlin both entered this cave? And you saw this mirror. I see. That's unfortunate. The Grey Wardens have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick. And Tamlin too, I presume. The Darkspawn are drawn to the mirror. Do you want to lead them to your clan?
I do not fear this sickness. The Keeper knows how to cure it.
She may have weakened it, but she cannot cure it. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see. Confirm it with your Keeper. It is done. Now let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure. There is nothing we can do. Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been... Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die. But Tamlin has no... Trust me when I say that he is gone. Now we should return. If you prefer, I can wait outside while you look around. I suggest, however, leaving sooner rather than later. You are sick, whether you feel it or not, and it does you no good to linger. Thank you. Shall we head back then? It's not that simple. I would tell you more, but I must first speak with your Keeper. I sense no other Darkspawn near.
I'm relieved you have returned, and I did not expect to see you again so soon, Duncan.
I was not expecting to return so soon either, Keeper.
Dare I ask of Tamlin? What did you find of him? There were Darkspawn.
There is much to discuss, Keeper. I have learned a great deal since I was...
Let us speak privately within my Aravel, then, Duncan. Merrill, warn the hunters. If Darkspawn are about, I want the clan
Manuvinen, Keeper. Right away.
Darlene, allow me some time to speak with Duncan. Seek us out at my Aravel later, and we can discuss your cure.
Because I must talk to your Keeper first. It will not...
Tell Harin Pyvel what has occurred. He now has the sad task of preparing a service. Follow me, Duncan. I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
Again, the
This
Grey
cave should
Warden
be
returns.
destroyed, burned with
Only you
fire.
two never found that
I wish
cave.
we'd had more time to examine those
It would have been
artifacts.
better off undiscovered for
Perhaps
the
another
millennium.
time, if the Keeper thinks it's wise. The Keeper wants to see you once she's spoken with the Grey Warden. I'm eager to hear what they discussed.
Why did that Shemlin return with you?
I see you have not returned with young Tamlin. Are we to assume the worst? If he is as sick as you were, I wonder. Sadly, it seems... I know you and Tamlin were friends. My condolences on your loss. May the Creators guide your path. Ah, back again? Of course. Take whatever you need.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
I wish we could have found Tamlin. If those creatures... Oh, I can't bear to... Why do you think the Grey Warden won't tell you about this cure? It seems rather cruel to withhold it. Keeper Marathari won't let him withhold it. I say we get your cure, move the clan north, and put this all behind us. Have you talked to the Keeper and the Grey Warden yet?
Where is
happen?
Tamlin? Is it as we suspected?
I miss Tamlin. I want him to come home.
So you return with the Grey Warden, but without Tamlin. What happened, Dalen? Is he truly lost to us? You've done nothing of the sort, Dalen. Do not blame yourself. It seems the will of the creators that I sing the dirge for those I held in my arms as babes. I think I know why our immortal ancestors would sleep. Swiftly do stars burn up, tenderly land, dagger now sheathed. Of course. We've no body to return to the soil, but we shall tell the Keeper it shall be done before the clan is ready to move on. Yes, the Darks. I ask only one thing, if I may. This Grey Warden, you have met him now, yes? Is he a good man? Interesting. What is it he talks to the Keeper about, I wonder? Perhaps you should go and ask. Of course.
You bring sad news. The Hala can sense it. They are restless and paw at the ground.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Oh, thank the creators you're safe. I questioned the Keeper's wisdom at sending you off while you're still sick, but Tamlin isn't with you. Is it as everyone fears? Oh, please take care of yourself and get better. We can't bear to lose anyone else. That's good. I thought the shaman's arrival was a bad omen, but I will see you soon, my dear.
Where is Tamlin?
This cave should be destroyed, burned with fire. It
Why
brought
do we
us
have to
nothing
leave
but ill
again?
luck.
We're always
Yes, my
going
dear?
somewhere. Why can't I go to the Shem City?
That's...
If only you two never found that cave.
The
It would've
Keeper
been
wants
better
to
off
see you once
undiscovered
she's spoken
for
with the Grey
nothing
Warden.
then.
I'm eager to hear what they discussed.
Your Keeper and I have spoken. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
And we would not send you a...
The Darkspawn taint, but eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that, but it means joining us.
We do not know. But we...
This is not simply charity on my part. I would not offer... Let me be clear. You will likely never return here. We go to fight the Darkspawn, a battle that will take us far from your clan. But we...
A great army of Darkspawn gathers in the south. A new blight. Long ago, the Dalish agreed to aid the Grey Wardens against a blight should that day arrive. It breaks my heart to send you away, as it would to watch you die slowly from this sickness. This is your duty and your salvation.
A home the Darkspawn...
I cannot express my sadness at that, but if this is what the Creators intend for you, Dalen, meet your destiny with your head held high. No matter where you go, you are Dalish. Never forget that. I am sorry.
Very well. You leave me no choice.
And I witness and acknowledge.
I'm sorry this was not your choice, but the Darkspawn threat is simply too great. We all bear pride.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dad.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go? We have much ground to cover, but I cannot deny.
Come then, Dalen. Before...
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name? Pleased to meet you. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor. I wish I knew more, but your people aren't exactly fond of mine. I tell you this, you are very... I'm sorry to cut this Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. Overconfident, some would say.
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the blight can be ended quite as...
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no...
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. True. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to... You must not speak of the king so. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. I agree. We have until now. Every recruit must go through a... The joining is what will cure you of the suffering your tainted blood surely brings you. If it had been possible, I would have done it before. No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive. The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. It is a secret, and it is not a simple antidote. The joining is what will make you a Grey Warden. Feel free to explore the camp. Until then, I have business I must attend to.
Hail to you.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that... This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere? Used to be a fortress. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead... This is... The King has his... These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that... A few... They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars, probably in his tent. The King likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes... Go on, then. Not... Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruit... Try heading north. I think you... Good.
Greetings. King Cailan is not in his tent right now? I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible? I thought Grey Wardens knew all about... The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen. To the Teyrn's daughter, no less. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Hail to you.
You approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business. How can you not know of Loghain? He helped King... Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these... He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity. I suppose the Teyrn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Teyrn speak. Personally, I think the king should do what Teyrn Loghain tells him. Without the Teyrn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume. Cailan's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden? Marek respected the Grey Wardens. They have an honored place. I see you're a Dalish. Marek knew a Dalish elf once. Never saw an equal with the bow. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you? You're wiser than... Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort. And yet the fate of the Grey Wardens lies in his hand.
May the Maker preserve us all. They say the Darkspawn always throw up.
Hail. You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korkari Wilds until he gives the word. Sorry, I have my...
You may not want to remain here long, Warden.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming. The Grey Wardens will die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds. The commander who brought him here didn't seem to think so.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it. They'll come out of that forest and...
That's...
They were everywhere. I don't want to see it.
I apologize if the soldier disturbed.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today, and may you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So
Your
let
Legion
it be.
Grey Wardens would be a great support in the coming battle.
Sorry, the main army camp is off limits.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing? I merely pass on the Maker's blessings. He looks kindly on all who will receive. Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name...
I can feel it inside me.
Welcome to the King's Camp, my lord.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Cern Logain that the war party's ready to begin
with the Ash Warriors. I suggest
send
you
word if we
speak to our
find anything
commander.
amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
All right. As you desire.
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help. This is a Mabari. Smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed Darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first. Centuries ago, a mage bred them to be smart and understand what they're told. They can remember and carry out complex orders. The most valuable dogs in the world. Trouble is, they generally imprint to one master. Re-imprinting them is very difficult. But without the medicine, re-imprinting won't be an issue. Will you help? We can try, but first we need to muzzle and medicate him. Go in the pen. Let's hope this works. Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon? There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white with a blood-red centre. If he doesn't get it, chances are he'll need to be put down. It usually grows in dead wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year. The wilds are off limits to non-soldiers, and I have many other hounds under my care. We're all busy. As it is, if we can get this hound better, we can re-improve.
We stand here in this hour, good folks. Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king. Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact. The king must always seem confident. He does seem to find his enthusiasm easily, though. Reminds me of a puppy. And I say that with both respect and affection. He is a fine man. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp. Some. Do you? Do you know about the connection between them and the Fade, for example? Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City. Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says. It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes... It is as good an explanation as any for now. A wise attitude. It's worked well, but I'm certain Duncan has more.
Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served...
Back again? Don't the Grey Wardens need you? Off you go. I have preparations to make for the battle, and I won't be distracted.
Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spirit. Spills blood, and if you go to stand beside it.
So, any luck? Well, you're not what I thought you'd be. Oh, me and Sir Knight were just betting on what the... Not an elf. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cook this ritual up just for our benefit. That depends on what kind of life you've led. Me, I'm perfectly willing to accept that this joining is some... I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds. We're right on the northern edge of the Kakari. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place. I'm told the Blight started in the forest, so the army's here waiting for them to come out, dangling meat in front of the bear, if you catch me. It's all too secret. I guess we'll have to wait and see, like we have a choice. I suppose I could. Anyway, I expect it's time.
Well met.
How do you do?
You there, elf. Where's my armor? And why are you dressed so preposterously? What? Oh, you're the one who arrived... Please, forgive my rudeness. There are so many elves running a... Please, pardon my terrible manners. I am just the quartermaster, a simple man. No one special. Yes, of course, you're very right. Did you come for some supplies, perhaps? Let me know what you'd like.
How do you do?
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me? No. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up, and I'm starving. I expect nobody thought of it with all the battles and such. I'm a deserter, or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way. I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water. Oh, I would have deserted eventually. I got one of those wizards drunk and took his key. It belongs to a... I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water. I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak. Yeah, well... Do you want the key or not? Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner.
Lucky dog. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example. Why does anyone want to desert? Because he thinks he's going to die and he's a bloody... Either that or he's been listening to a bunch of hogwash about how the Darkspawn will drag you off and eat you. They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right? I can't just let him go, can I? Probably just waiting for someone important to make a decision. Then they'll hang him, I expect. And I can go and do something else. Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation. Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine. All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know. You got your food and water. Now off with you.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away. I already told you. I'll give you the key to the mage's chest. It might be worth something, you know. Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh? My belly thanks you. At least if I'm hanged, I'll have a little weight on me. Sorry, the main arm.
Maker's breath, another elf. What do you want? Not in particular, except for them being so thin-boned. You make good... Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chat. Make it quick. To scout the wilds. The hunt will be good if my hounds obey. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also... Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes? We would kill you if you tried. Even if you succeeded, the monsters would only offer death as your reward. My thanks.
We are preparing for battle. This is a solemn time for us.
Welcome, young man. I am one of the tranquil. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the circle. It is the irony. Naturally, the greater the power. Allow me to put it this way. Thus I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. Our forehead is branded with magic. Perhaps we may speak of some... Goodbye.
Of course.
That course of action. That course of action.
You got your food and water. Now off
My
with
belly
you.
thanks you. At least if I'm hanged, I'll have a little weight on me.
Calm down. You're safe. Now, remember that.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together. It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage? Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit, the Dalish. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize. Did Duncan mention me? As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining. Eager. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. Which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I'm sure I never would have agreed to... Don't worry, I'll try not... You...
Here.
My duties, or I'll get the switch.
Don't try the stew. Just between you and me.
Back again? Don't the Grey Wardens need you? Off you go.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're... Assuming, of course, that you...
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt...
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more...
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect her. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How do you do?
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
Now then, since you're all... You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform two tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit. Of course. You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after. For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to... Oh, they were once considered only for... No, but the effort must be... It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true. It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search. Watch her.
We will.
Then may the make...
Told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you.
You heard the same speech I did. Blood...
Over here.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. Oh, I've got to get out of here. Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back. I am simply trying to stay alive.
A bit of fear isn't unnatural, you know. Few relish meeting Darkspawn up close. I know I don't. Bloodthirstiness is such a charming feature, too. Did you know that? Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's...
course. Of course. Delighted.
Now that was a little rough.
All right.
some blood. Ha ha!
Delighted. And so I shall. Delighted. And so I shall. Delighted.
course.
A finer scene of carnage I have yet to see! A bit more dialogue, please!
All right. And so I shall. And so I shall. As you desire. Of course. course.
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder? Because I know them as only one who owns them could. Can you claim the same? I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wild, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Elves are not frightened little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine. Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened. 'Twas my mother, in fact. If so, it seems the truthful rather than funny sort, no?
Great. She's a thieving, weird, talking, funny sort of witch.
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance. It's too convenient.
Have I been dishonest? Some call us witches, yes, but purely out of superstition.
You know what the Circle of Magi is, don't you? The Circle requires an accounting of all mages. That is the law of the land and the Chantry.
If you wish to tell your chantry about me, go ahead. I have nothing to fear from priests. She prefers her privacy, but I imagine she will be curious enough why you were here. Come, see for yourself. Why not? I do not meet many people here. Are you all so mistrustful?
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you. Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your elven mind give you a different viewpoint? What do you believe? Ha! There lies the answer I hope to get. An open mind, yet not made of mush. Am I simply complimenting you? Wait and see. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this blight's threat is greater than they realize. Do I? Perhaps I am simply an old woman with a penchant for moldy parchments. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful? Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately. Let me be... There is no...
Courage?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now. Then let us begin.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight. Don't we? The Grey Wardens have saved the world from Darkspawn before. I'd say they know better than anyone what it takes. You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them?
Maybe
you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before, is the source of our power and our victory.